Acts 12, verse 6. And on the very night when Herod was about to bring him forward, this is for the show trial, Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with chains, 2 chains, and guards in front of the door who were watching over the prison. Now what you've got squads of soldiers around this one guy, this Jewish fisherman, and he's chained to 2 soldiers. I mean, for greater security. Why? Well, we believe that Herod was scared that somehow he was going to escape, something was going to happen. But imagine what it's like for Peter. I mean, some of you have trouble sleeping at night. Imagine you're supposed to be killed tomorrow and you're chained between 2 people. Are you going to sleep? He sleeps. And notice something though too. He's chained to them, but they're chained to him. That tells you something. They condemned Peter. They were condemning him to death, and they were chained to him. What does that tell you? When you condemn somebody, when you judge them, you're chained to them. You hate somebody, you're chained to them. You don't forgive that person, you're chained to them. Think of that person you're mad at or you never forgave, you're judging, you still have that grudge. You're chained. That's a chain. So when you hate, when you judge, when you condemn, you're chained. When you love, when you forgive, you release the chains. Not just like their chains, you're releasing your chains. So he's there. And they're going to have a show trial, just like Stalin used to do, as Hitler used to do. They put people on trial to show everybody that people are guilty when they're not. And it's the night before. Peter can think this is all over now. And the Lord said I was going to die for him, so this could be it. The prison is most likely dark, stone, damp, surrounded by soldiers. Verse 7, God does something. And behold, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared. Suddenly appeared. God is honoring Peter. When you go out and do God's will and you go out in the Great Commission, God honors it. One way or the other. There are people who give their lives to the Lord. There are people who are martyred, but God always honors it. He's with them. And now he's there. When you're doing God's will, know that there are angels around you. You may not see it, you may not know it, but there are angels around you. Remember, some of our people were going, I think he was going to China on a plane, and a man on the plane, he meets this man, and the man gives him, I don't remember the full story, but he gives him a note that they were bringing in Bibles, and it wasn't really legal, but it was the Lord to bring them up. And the guy gives them like a note that ends up telling them what to do when they got there with the Bibles. And when the guy looked back before the plane landed, he could not find any trace of the guy in the plane. There's a man named Raleigh Washington. He was one of the leaders in Promise Keepers, and I was speaking to him. And when he was young in the Lord, he was heading home from a long trip, and a man, there was a kind of homeless man, and he was hitchhiking, and he and his wife picked up the man and took him to all the way across, and then the guy said, "Let me out here," and it ended up the guy was leading them to their hometown. They were like halfway across the country, and he ended up saying, "I live in the same town." And so he ended up going. They never saw him again. But when they left, the man said something like, "God will answer your prayer," something like that. And it ended up the next day, they were praying they had no money to go to Bible school. They opened up their mailbox, and a check was just given to them for the exact amount to go to Bible school. And then they looked in their Bible. They were reading through their Bible. It was an old Bible that had paintings in it, and had a painting of the story of the Good Samaritan and the guy who was beaten up and who was taken by the Good Samaritan, and it was this guy's face. It says, "Some have entertained angels unaware." It says, "Be hospitable to all people." You don't know, it could be an angel. We don't know, but it says that the angel of the Lord camps around his people. There are angels around in your life. If you're in God and you're in his will, there are angels around you. The angel of the Lord suddenly appears in the worst situation, in the dungeon, in the darkness, in the shadow of death. He suddenly appears. And think about it, the angel is coming from glory. I mean, the angel's in the presence of God, and he's come into a dungeon. He's appearing in a dungeon. There's no distance between heaven and you when you're in God. And here he's guarded by top security, all that, and the angel goes right in the middle. In Hebrew, the word is malach. Try it. And the word in Greek is angelos. That's where you get angel from. Both of them mean messenger. Means he's somebody who's sent by God. The angel is sent by God. The angel has a prison ministry. God says, go to prison right now. There's something you have to do here. God is sending something. Whenever God answers a prayer, it's sent from God, just like an angel. It's sent from God. In every situation you're with, there's always a way. God will always has a way to touch that situation. And there's no situation that is so godless that he won't go there. Doesn't matter. I know there are the people in bars, and God shows up in some way to save them. Some of you got saved that way. Some people in the most immoral situations in hotel rooms, and God shows up. There will always be an angel in the cell. No matter what situation, nothing is so dark that God will not show himself.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Hope of the World is dedicated to the goal of spreading God's Word and salvation to every land and people. We do this by spreading the Word throughout the world and sponsoring compassion projects to the most poor and needy around the earth. To get in touch or have a part in God's work, just write to Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Or go to hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821.